Hey y'all. I haven't really been showing the garden, but a lot of stuff's been going on the homestead. So I'll just do like, I don't know, quick tour. Here we go. There's my chickens. I got teenage chicks and toddler chicks. And they are getting along much better. The teenage chicks were like trying to bully the toddler chicks, you see? But they're doing their thing. So over here, I've got a bunch of, well, I've got some potatoes growing in the bag, in these bags. And they're doing pretty good. Tomorrow I'll add some more soil to the bags. Come here, Kane. He really wants to get those chickens. And over here, I've got some brassicas. I'm in zone 6A, so yeah, it's still been kind of cool. They've been growing. I've got Georgia collards back there. I've got some broccoli. I still got one radish over here. And these are cauliflowers and cabbage and yeah, broccoli. And between, under the hay, I don't know, it looks like some of it got moved. I have, or the straw, I sowed some carrot seeds. Over here along this line, I have some cucumbers and I kept a lot of my vegetables in the cups too long. And so I tried to save them by planting them in, and some of them made them and some of them didn't. But I still have more that I need to plant. Over here is where I'll be putting some more tomatoes and eggplants, but I also have some sunflowers. I've got yarrow in here. I've got some, there's catnip that come up in here that I didn't plant, and mother's wort that came up in here. And I got more cucumbers along this one right here. And this is my dahlia from seed, and I put some peppers over here, and we have some pole peas going over here. And then I got a bunch of peppers over here too. My peppers don't look as happy. And with them I've planted some nasturtiums. Yeah, but I do have peppers on that are growing on them. So yeah, there's some peppers. Got some sunflowers. Some sunflowers over here. And I've started planting some squash. So over here in this bed will be corn, and around the edges will be squashes, different squashes. I've got blueberries over here. Look at that. My Chicago Hardy figs. More blueberries. These are my, what is these called? Elderberry trees. And back here on that trellis that I made is a loofah growing. Loofah. And Borges is coming up everywhere. And then over here with this elderberry tree, some red mustard is coming. Look how beautiful it looks. Just beautiful. So, see, my grow table still got peppers over there and tomatoes and all kinds of little stuff. Some celery growing over here. Some lemon basil, echinacea. some lavender. So I still got a few things I got to plant from over here. And over here are my brassicas. And then I've started putting peppers in pots. So this is my spinach. It's going to flower, some of it. And we've got some greens, Swiss chard, broccoli rapini, Georgia collards, cabbage. I've got some volunteer squash that's growing in here with my grapevine that I think is dead. I think my grapevines are dead. I think they're dead. I don't know why. I never got any grapes from them. Over here I've put some chocolate mint and some spearmint, but I think I'm going to move these to a different spot. And this is some Swiss chard. Nope, come here. Don't go in there. Some, look at this lettuce. Oh, it's so pretty. Ooh, it looks like something's eating it. I'm gonna get in here and put some diatomaceous earth on this tomorrow. And I'm gonna pull up this bok choy that's flowered so I can go ahead and eat that. And I've got some lettuce over here, some volunteer squash in this bed. Just some different stuff. Lettuces, peas, marigolds, zinnia, borage. I've got volunteer borage. Once you plant borage, you always gonna have borage. Look at all this borage over here coming up. And these are my Dollar General stackables, looking beautiful. The bok choy at the top, it went to flower, so I harvested that. And it looks like this is cilantro right here, and broccoli rapini that's flowering, a little one. So I just put a little eggplant, and I still got one little bok choy in here. But look at these little gem lettuces. Aren't they cute? I've got some kale, Georgia collards in here, and I still have some spinach in here that's going. Yep, the spinach is still going strong in here, so that's nice. Oh, look at that. My blackberry bush, my blackberry vines are flowering. I never knew blackberries had white flowers. They're so pretty. So it looks like I may get some blackberries this year. All right. Let's come this way. Sorry for all the twists and turns. So yeah, it looks like my grapevines are gone. I put some carrots in this pot. This is my celosia. I need to up pot that. And some tomatoes, plant those. Yeah, these strawberries just didn't make it. They did not make it. I don't think I'm buying bare root strawberries anymore. And then I put these peppers. This is another blueberry. I'm going to put this in a bigger pot because it is growing back. That's a blueberry over there too. And then these are some peppers. Different peppers. This is a little herb bed. We've got, well, this is echinacea. Then over here we've got some different, we've got curry, root beer plant, bee balm, mother's wort, lovage, some lavender, And this is toothache. And that's a lavender too. And papalo. My apple tree. That has no blooms on it this year. Maybe it's just concentrating on getting bigger because it looks bigger. I think I need to put a stake and straighten it up. So I'll work on that tomorrow too. Yeah, no blooms on this. This is my onions. And I did plant some carrot seeds and sunflowers. So carrot seeds, yep, they're coming up. My carrot seeds, my carrots are coming up over here. And I planted some over here. Also, let me see. Do I see them coming up over here? But I've got some onions. This is my cherry tree, and I noticed last night that something ate it up. One of my cherry trees. This is comfrey in here. Here's the other cherry tree with a volunteer zinnia. These are my strawberries. And these strawberries did not make it. I don't think they're gonna do anything. So I'm gonna plant something else in this bed. But I discovered, here's some more strawberries over here. So I gotta do something. I'm not getting a lot of strawberries, but I am getting growth. I put some basil in here with this. But look at what's over here in this bed. We got a volunteer squash in this bed. So I'm going to pull this out. And I think with the volunteer squash, I'm going to go ahead and put them over there. And I was planning on pulling all those grapevines up and putting them against these trellises right here. That's why I put those 3 trellises here. And but I think they're dead. I don't know. This is my garlic bed. And there's a ton of boards coming up in here with the garlic. Yep. And this is tomatoes. And I've got tomatoes growing over here. I've got Isis candy. And I have some volunteer sunflowers, some basil over here. This is one of my Isis candies. Look at that. They're there. It's a volunteer sunflower, 2 of them. And then I got another volunteer sunflower growing amongst this right here. There it is. I gotta get this off because this was stuff that I pulled out of there and just never got it up. So it just rooted itself and continued. And see, I've still got some things. And I planted an eggplant over here yesterday. And it looks like something chewing it up. Something chewed it up. Chewed it down. I think it's a bunny rabbit. So I don't know. I think I might put a little fence around here, but I'm thinking, bunny can hop over a fence. I don't know. But anyway, a lot of these are starting to do some tomatoes. I've got Amish paste over here and it's different ones that are giving me tomatoes. I've also got some celosa over there from seed and some, oh my goodness, nasturtiums in here. Weather has been real funny and poor tomatoes that didn't get into the garden. So I'm going to make some room for some stuff. I still have this whole part right here. So tomorrow this is going to get mowed down. I'm going to pull out the rest of those leeks and weed eat and mow it down to the dirt, because this is where all my watermelons and melons will go. So watermelons and melons will go over here. We've got a lot of volunteer dill. I love dill. So that's just coming up everywhere. This is another little herb bed. We've got some more yarrow. I put some echinacea in here, and I put some cilantro in here, and we've got some volunteer dill, and this is calendula, which I do have some more to plant. But here are my leeks. I've been eating off of these leeks over here. And I'm going to pull these up because now they're starting to give me scapes. Who knew leeks had scapes? That's my mulberry tree that just popped up over here in my garden bed. And I thought I was going to get some mulberries, but it looks like this dog is twisting me around. It looks like all the little buds that were on here just like dried up. So I don't really know what's up with that. I've never had a mulberry tree. I don't know a lot about them. So, I mean, it just came from nature. So I'm going to see if maybe some berries come out of it. I don't know. I thought there was going to be some berries, but it looks like they just like whatever it was that was going to be a berry, looks like it just dried up. I don't know. I'll have to see. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing that. And then I planted, look at this dill over here. So tomorrow when I get out here, I'll be pulling all my dill up and